Hi friends, it's Nicole from the Bronx Children's Museum. I hope you're all having a fantastic day and you're really excited to learn some new things. Today, we're going to be talking all about water, agua, and where it comes from. First, we're going to listen to a song about water, then we're going to read a book about water, and finally, we're going to do a fun science experiment that you'll be able to do at home or in your classroom. Let's get started. Let's listen to our song all about the different animals, plants, and water that can be found in our neighborhoods. Be sure to listen for the part that's all about water, and feel free to dance and sing along too.
We're gonna do it like this. I'm a little gray plant growing on the ground. I came from a seed, big and round. When all the raindrops fall from the sky, I stretch my leaves out and I reach up high. Watch me reach up high. Watch me reach up high. Watch me reach up high. Next part. Yeah, I'm a little owl. I like to fly. You can catch me cause I'm way too high. When I fly past, all my friends say, what they say, what they say. Let's go out and play. Let's go out. Let's go out and play. Let's go out. Let's go out and play. I'm a little beaver, I like to splash. You can catch me cause I'm way too fast. When I slap my tail when my friends come around and they tell me stop swimming, listen to the birds singing. Listen to the birds singing. Yeah. Listen to the birds singing. Yeah. I'm a little turtle, I like to dig. You can catch me cause I'm way too big. When I walk past, you know what my friends say. Stop with all that digging, turtle mind your business. Water, 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 near and far. How we wonder what you are. Up and above, down and below. How you make the flowers grow. Water, 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 near and far. How we wonder what you are. Up and above, down and below. How you make the flowers grow. And they reach up high. And they reach up high. Watch them reach up high.
Water is an amazing resource that is all around us. It's in our homes, schools, neighborhoods, and it even falls from the sky. But where exactly does water come from? To find out, let's read a book, Water is Water by Miranda Chin, and let's see where exactly water comes from and what forms it can take. Water is Water, a book about the water cycle by Miranda Paul with illustrations by Jason Chin. Read with permission from Roaring Brook Press. Drip, sip, pour me a cup. Water is water, unless it heats up. Whirl, swirl, watch it curl by. Steam is steam, unless it cools high. A dragon in a wagon? A crow kneading dough? Clouds are clouds, unless they form low. Misty, twisty, where's the town? Fog is fog, unless it falls down. Patter, splatter, what is that sound? Rain is rain, unless on the ground. Slosh in galoshes, splash to your knees. Puddles are puddles, unless puddles freeze. Glide, slide, put on the brakes. Ice is ice, unless it forms flakes. Pack, stack, shape it, and Smack! Snow is snow unless spring comes back. Creep, seep, squish in your boots. Mud is mud unless there are roots. Swig, grow big, reach for the best. Apples are apples unless they get pressed. Drip, sip, pour me a cup. Cider is cider until we drink up. Wow, that book was really great. I love all the words that they use to describe how water moves. What was your favorite way that they showed water in there? And how have you used water today in your life? Water is all around us, all over the earth, but it takes two main forms, fresh water and salt water. And all the water that we have on the earth moves around in a circle that we call the water cycle. Let's start our water cycle at the ocean. So the water that's in the ocean is actually salt water. It has salt and other minerals in it. But when the hot sun comes out over the ocean, it evaporates, or it carries the fresh water up into the sky to form clouds, and it leaves behind the salt and the other heavy minerals. Those clouds, which are now full of fresh water, then move over the earth, and they drop that water when they get too heavy in the form of rain, snow, or ice. Now, when they do that, all of that fresh water collects together in our lakes, streams, and rivers. And those streams and rivers and lakes, they all move back to the ocean where the water cycle starts over again. Now, when clouds drop all of that water down onto the earth, we call that part of the water cycle precipitation. It just means that it's raining. And today we're going to do a fun science experiment to explore how rain forms inside clouds. To do this experiment, you'll need one clear cup, jar, or other container, shaving cream or whipped cream, something to make your colored rain, like color tablets, food coloring, or watercolor paints, a pipette or straw, a spoon, a flat tray or plate, and a piece of sturdy paper like watercolor paper. Now, if you've received one of our lunch boxes, you should already have all of these materials. If not, take a look around your house and see what you can find. I'm going to do the experiment first, and what you can do is either pause the video now and collect your materials and do it along with me, or you can wait until the video is done and then try it on your own at home or in the classroom. Let's get started. To help us do today's science experiment, we have a special guest.
Who is me? Lorien. I'm 4. And there's a special exciting experiment that we're gonna do.
The first thing that we are going to do in our experiment is we're going to take some color tablets, if you have one of our lunch boxes. If not, you can use food coloring from home, liquid watercolors, or even a little bit of paint mixed with water. So we're going to use some color tablets, and Lorien, will you take these 3 color tablets and put one in each of our little cups here?
Sure.
And remember, these tablets are not for eating, they're not candy. They're just to change our water a different color. Now we're going to add a little bit of water to each one, and we can use our pipette to do this, or if you have a spoon at home, you can use a spoon too. So now that we have our colors, we need to make our cloud. So we have a jar of water here. We don't want to fill it all the way up. We want to leave some space for our cloud. And the water is actually going to act like our sky or our air. And we're going to put the cloud right on top. Lori, what do you think we could use to make a cloud?
Shaving whipped cream or a whipped cream that you put on pumpkin pies.
Yeah, so we have a jar of shaving cream, and if you have our lunch boxes at home, that's what you have too. So that's what we're going to use to make our cloud. And what you're going to do is you're going to squirt it right on top of the water. Can you do that?
Yes.
All right. Yep, there we go. Wow, that's a big cloud. Keep it in the jar. Lorien likes to put a lot of things in. All right, so now we're gonna make it rain. We have our cloud, we have our sky, and so that you can see better, that's why we're gonna use our colors here. So we have 3 colors, and if you're doing this at home and you have little food coloring drops, you can use those instead. You can even use a little spoon if you'd like. We're gonna use a special science instrument called a pipette. And to use a pipette, how do you do it? How do you use a pipette, Lorien?
Squeeze it first and then put it in.
Yeah, and then gather up your liquid and then squirt it on top of your cloud. So it's important to remember that the reason that clouds rain is because they get so saturated or full of water that they can't hold anymore, and the color goes out the bottom of the cloud. So Lorien, you're gonna have to put a lot more coloring in there because you have such a big cloud in order for it to rain inside your jar. I see some more raindrops starting to make their way down because we have such a big, thick cloud. It's gonna take a little while to saturate the cloud enough for the raindrops to fall through, but I can see some blue raindrops falling through. Remember to squeeze, let go, and then you can squeeze again. Wow, you've got some interesting colors mixing up there, Lorien. Can you tell us what colors you see?
I see blue, pink, green, and purple.
So now that we've made our rain cloud, we're not quite done yet. What we can do is we can make a really beautiful rainbow print so that we can remember our rain cloud. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our tray and our spoon and we're going to scoop some of the rain cloud out onto the tray, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a big scoop of rain cloud and put it like that. And then another scoop of rain cloud over here. Now we're going to take our paper, and I'll do one and then you do one, okay, Lorien? Okay. And we're going to very gently press on top of our cloud. And then we're going to lift up, okay? And we're going to press again, just a little bit, okay? And what we're doing is we're going to make a really beautiful marbled print that will then dry, okay? And we'll be able to keep that. All right, press it down gently. Good job. Okay, and lift up. Did we get some colors? Not quite. Let's try it one more time. After you've put your whipped cream on, you can use a little towel to wipe the shaving cream off. Can you do that, Lorien? Just wipe up the shaving cream a little bit. And then what you'll have is a nice, beautiful rainbow print to remember your rain cloud. Now it's your turn to do this experiment at home or in your classroom. Lorien, thank you so much for joining us today and showing us all how to make it rain.
You're welcome, and I hope you have fun doing it. Goodbye.
Bye. Water is all around us in our neighborhoods, and it's so important to both people, plants, and animals. I hope that the next time you see that it rains or snows, you think about where our water comes from as part of the water cycle. Thanks for joining us and see you next time. Bye.